Well, let me say this clearly before we start. This video is not about hating Pakistan. It's about understanding why Pakistan often works very differently from most countries in the world. You see, every country has problems, but Pakistan's problems are very unique. And to understand that, we need to talk calmly, with facts, with history. So let's begin. Pakistan was created in 1947 during the partition of British India. From day one, the country faced border conflicts, identity confusion, and security fears. Its biggest fear was India, and this fear shaped Pakistan's entire system. Instead of focusing mainly on education, economy, and science, Pakistan focused heavily on security and military power. That choice changed everything. Now, here is something very important. In most countries, the army follows the government. In Pakistan, many analysts say it often works the other way around. The military became the strongest institution, stronger than parliament, stronger than prime ministers. Since 1947, no elected prime minister has completed a full 5-year term. That alone tells you something is unusual. Now let's talk about militancy carefully. Pakistan has faced serious accusations for decades that militant groups operated on its soil. This is not said by one country, it is said by the United Nations, the United States government, and even Pakistan's own leaders at times. Former Pakistani leaders have publicly admitted that multiple armed groups existed inside Pakistan. The most famous case, the discovery of Osama bin Laden in Abbottabad in 2011. He was found near a military academy. To this day, Pakistan has never given a full convincing explanation. That damaged Pakistan's credibility globally. Now let's talk about international terrorism designations. The UN has designated several individuals and groups linked to Pakistan-based networks. Pakistan often says, "Give us proof." The world responds, "The proof has already been shared." This constant denial creates mistrust. Now let's talk about economy. Pakistan is one of the most IMF dependent countries in the world. Since 1980, Pakistan has gone to the International Monetary Fund more than 20 times. In most countries, IMF talks happen quietly between officials. In Pakistan, even prime ministers personally negotiate bailouts. Why? Because the economy is under constant pressure. Low exports, high military spending, and political instability. Now here is a painful contradiction. Pakistan is a nuclear-armed country, but at the same time, millions live close to poverty, malnutrition rates are high, and education spending remains low. This contrast shocks many people around the world. Another major difference, Pakistan's political focus. While many countries focus on technology, space, climate change, Pakistan's politics is still deeply centered on Kashmir. Kashmir is emotional, Kashmir is historical, but when one issue dominates everything, development slows. Now let's be fair, Pakistan is not alone in having problems. Many Pakistanis themselves criticize corruption, military dominance, and misuse of religion in politics. Pakistan has brilliant doctors, engineers, artists, and hardworking citizens. The problem is not the people, the problem is the system. Now the future question, can Pakistan change? Yes, but change requires civilian control over the military, ending support for non-state armed groups, long-term education reform, and economic focus instead of permanent conflict. Until that happens, Pakistan will continue to look very different from the rest of the world. Not because it wants to, but because of the choices its power structure keep making, and that is the real story.